Over the years, I've spent a lot of money on aftershave, soaps, brushes, razors, you name it. You can see a lot of it right behind me here, but for today's shave, I'm going super cheap. Now, I've got some new stuff I'm still going to show, but a lot of it is really, really cheap stuff, and so let me explain. First off, doesn't get much cheaper than this. Williams soap. This is, of course, a little puck, $1.50 at my local grocery store. Now I'm going to be shaving it off using a cheese grater and then putting it in this timeless bowl. This is the most expensive thing in this experiment here, or shave rather, not an experiment. It's all been done. It was $14 after shipping. But again, I'm going to put some of that Williams soap in this timeless shave bowl, which is new. I just picked that up. And the brush I'm going to be using for that is an Omega S brush. $10. Got this online, but I love this brush. In fact, I've got the red version of it here. So I loved it so much. I also bought a green version, but they were both pretty much $10. So even though it's just green, it's new. So I'll be using this brush. And as far as the razor, this is new. Haven't ever used this razor before. This is one of the cheap knockoff Merkur Futur knockoff, and it was like 12 bucks. It's dirt cheap. I got it on eBay. Now the reason I got it is because I don't own an adjustable, and I do want to get a good adjustable eventually, but I wanted to kind of test one out first. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got this. So I'm going to be giving this a test today. I know a lot of people have concerns about the blade exposure and whatnot. We'll see. We'll see if it's good or bad with this particular one that I got. But again, after shipping and everything, it was 12 bucks. The blade that I'm using, Lord Platinum, and of course these are super cheap as well. You can get 100 of them for basically $7 on Amazon. And then to wrap everything up, I'm using Clubman here, Pinaud. And again, this was about $6 at a drugstore. So all together, this is a very inexpensive shave, and maybe not the best products, although I do love Clubman very much. And the brush, I mentioned that I like the brush. So, you know, a lot of it's good stuff. And you know, some people swear by Williams soap, some people hate it. Either way, hopefully I get a good shave out of it. Let's move to my kitchen, because that's where I've got the cheese grater set up, and I'm going to grate some of this soap into the bowl, and then we'll come back to the bathroom and we will do a lather, and then I'll put it on my face. Does that sound like okay deal? Okay, let's do it. Okay, we're in the kitchen now, and hopefully my wife doesn't get too mad at me when she sees what I have done with the cheese grater. Here's the soap, and of course there's the bowl over there. Don't need a ton, but just scrape some of this off using a cheese grater. It's coming off nicely. That's probably enough, but I guess it's best to do a little more than you really need. I'd rather have too much than not enough. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's put that over in the bowl, and I'll see you back in the bathroom. All right, welcome back to the bathroom now. You can see I've got the soap here in my timeless bowl. Again, probably way more than I actually really need, but there you go. Let's take this brush here, and again, it's been soaking in my mug, so let's add a little bit of water. I think I'm going to need just a tad more. Can always add more water later, but yeah, that's probably way more soap than I'm actually going to need. Let's see if this truly makes a lasting lather. This bowl is great. This timeless bowl, man. I normally build a lather like in my hand, but for the sake of this video, I thought I would do it down on the countertop so you could see it a little bit better. There it goes. Oh, man. Only thing I wish about this timeless bowl is I wish it was like my Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements scuttle, and I wish that it would stay warm, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I did put warm water in there just now, and I did, you know, the friction of moving this around is going to warm it up, but still not quite as warm as a scuttle. I guess I could transfer this over to a scuttle. I guess I could do that. But look at that. Now, a lot of people with this timeless bowl don't like the high sides. I do. Like, it keeps the soap in there. I'll move my hand and kind of show it. Look at that. That's starting to look pretty decent. Like, my towel's getting away from us here. Again, a lot of this I think is I used way too much soap, but still, that is making a really good lather. I like that. And it's got nice ridges on the bottom of the bowl all around. I really, really like this bowl. It also comes in gray. I think I'm going to get it in gray, literally just because no other real reason. That's not bad, huh? Flip it around there. Yeah, Williams soap. Get her done. Okay, let's transition back up, and we'll apply this to the face. So there you go, that timeless bowl. Really doing a great job here with a you know, fairly cheap soap. One thing I did want to mention that I didn't show on camera, and I forgot to, I did do my pre-shave. Basically, was washing my face. I used that cheap Noxzema, you know, facial soap, the stuff you saw your sister use during her teenage years to fight acne. Yeah, good stuff. Unscented, so it's not going to mess with any of my soaps. And yeah, it was like $2.99 at the drugstore. Very cheap. So you saw in the video there, here is my soap, my Williams soap. I can already see it's drying out a little bit, but it's got a good lather. Excuse me. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water to it. But yeah, this timeless bowl, look at that. That is insane. Now again, I used a ton of soap, so that's probably part of the reason I got so much thick lather there. Let me wet my face and then wet the soap just a tiny bit. Okay, just a tiny bit of splash of water in there. That'll just kind of help that soap that dried out while I move to the camera. Okay. So how is everybody doing? I am super bummed because the Green Bay Packers once again have lost the NFC Championship to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So much soap. I don't hate Tom Brady, don't get me wrong. The guy he's the best, if not quarterback, football player to ever play the game. I read a statistic that he has played in, geez, I'm making a mess here, like 18% of every Super Bowl that's ever been played. That's insane. But as a Green Bay Packers fan, oh my gosh. My daughter has this huge like box of bows over here, and I just dropped a huge dollop. Ooh, the wife's gonna kill me. I'm gonna put some of this back in the bowl. There, that's better. So yeah, Tom Brady, once again going to the Super Bowl, beating the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have been to 5 out of the last 10 NFC Championship games and lost them all except for one. Back in 2011, they won the Super Bowl. Somebody even changed the Wikipedia page of the NFC Championship game to say a game where a team gets to beat the Green Bay Packers. Throwing some shade at the Packers. So the amount of soap that I used, you could have probably used about a quarter of that, or a third maybe. Let's try this razor, okay? Now I've got it set on 4.5 out of 6 for the first pass. I didn't want to go all the way up to 6. Let's just see how it works. Not bad. I haven't shaved in a couple of days and it's coming off. I don't know how well you can see that. I forgot to fill up my bowl here. Sorry. I'm glad I've got it at a 4.5 and I didn't dial it up any higher than this. It's plenty of aggression for me right now. Maybe once I get to know the razor a little better. Or I use a better soap maybe, because the soap isn't bad, but you know. Then I might consider dialing that up just a bit more to like a 5 or a 6. But for $12, I would say this is doing a good job. It's very loud, lots of feedback. Don't know if y'all can hear that. Okay, not bad first pass. Set the razor aside, and we'll put more of this soap on. I had I mentioned in a previous video that I was going to try like a longevity blade, and I had a Treat Platinum, because you know I've seen dudes going 70, 100, 300 plus shaves with one blade. I made it to 12 shaves, and then I just stopped. It was just rough. I wasn't enjoying it. People are like, oh, just power through, you know, just you get through those, you know, kind of painful shaves or not so great shaves, and then eventually you'll be rewarded with some just really amazing shaves. And for me, just never was all that great. I think if I hold it up here, yeah, since I'm right-handed, I'm really making a mess. But yeah, after like 12 shaves, I was like, I'm done. It was just not comfortable on my face. So kudos to those guys that can go really long with one blade. I do 5 and I'm done. 5 shaves and then moving on. Blades are so cheap. Going back to football, at least, see, I'm a Kansas City, I'm not a Kansas City fan, but I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan. I went to Texas Tech, he went to Texas Tech. So I'm hoping for a Kansas City repeat. Again, nothing against Tom Brady, but it's just like, I want to see a new dynasty. Obviously, the Patriots really weren't the dynasty. It was Tom Brady that was the dynasty. So, yeah. So for this next pass, I'm going to dial it down a little bit. I'm going to dial it back to like a 2.5. Yeah. We'll see about that. Yeah, way less aggressive here, milder shave. But I don't need the aggression. Now, I did just kind of hear the razor click a little. Like something kind of shifted in there. That was weird. I will admit, when I loaded the blade, it was not the easiest, which I've heard. So, just something to consider. I don't know if with a true Futur razor, how much of an issue that is. I would almost say now it's so mild that I'm not really getting much of a shave. I could always adjust it. It's an adjustable. Yeah, right there I'm getting almost nothing. But, interesting. With this side of the razor, the one I just used, it's cutting better. So that tells me, gosh, there's a little bit of a blade alignment issue. Yeah, decent cut there. Almost nothing when I flip the razor. Okay, something to note. Maybe when I heard that click, that's when it changed. In fact, I'm gonna probably only use that side. I usually don't do a third pass, but I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup with that one side of the razor. Because I don't want to dial the aggression up. But for this one side, it's plenty of aggression. I don't know, do I even want to buy a more expensive adjustable? I've got over a dozen razors, and depending on which one I use and which blade I use, I can basically find the aggression I'm looking for, even if I had to use two razors in one shave. I know with like a Rockwell S and especially a Rockwell C, I've seen people purchase two razors since they don't have to switch out the plates. They can basically put one plate at you know, one setting and then the other, and do pass one with one whole razor, put that down, and then get a new razor. So see, people may, you know, do that. But then at that point, is it really an adjustable razor, you know? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I end up deciding to do. The last thing I'll say about that razor, it was plenty heavy. I've heard people say, oh, the Merkur is much heavier. I don't see why it would need to be any heavier. I mean, I've got plastic razors and aluminum razors that weigh nothing compared to this razor. I thought the weight was good. No slip issues. I know some people have said they have issues with the slip grip, no knurling or anything. I didn't have any issues. I'm gonna quit yabbing, quit running my gab, and put the aftershave on and we'll finish up. Overall, I'd say it's been a good shave. Inexpensive, but still good. Okay. Well, that does it for my cheapo shave. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you real soon.